All right, I'm starting the live stream a little bit early. We're going to wait for people to come in. It's going to be very powerful live stream. So I want you to pay attention to everything that I say. Okay, I really want you to pay attention to everything that I say because this live stream, you know, I'm going to push some buttons in some people. I want people to understand that you need to pay attention and listen to what I'm telling you, okay? Because if you use your own mindset, you lost. This market will crush you to pieces. And I'm going to tell you some true stories, all right, people? So again, just pay attention to this whole live stream right now. It hasn't started. We're waiting for people to come in. And then I'm going to be starting talking about a few examples, okay? I'm going to be talking about the DIS winning plan, what this winning plan was, and how a lot of people still don't understand about technical analysis, even though they've been so-called studying the market for a long time. Okay, people don't know what the hell they're doing out there. There are dum-dums out there, lots of dummies out there, and we're talking about people with lots of experience in the market. They really don't know anything what they're doing, compared to yours truly, a big picture leader. No word of a lie here, people. No word of a lie. I'm gonna prove it. Let's see. Some people coming in. Hello, David. Hello, hello, hello. The serious people are coming in. Hello, Mark. Hello, Ed. Serious people already showing up. Hello, Vic. Yep. See, the serious people who want to make the dollar bills, right away they come into the live stream. Hello, Eric. Hello, hello, hello. Listen up, people. Really, some serious talk here, okay? Because the market repeats itself. I want to make a point here. Why I'm the best at what I do, and not only am I the best at what I do, I continuously repeat the process over and over again in front of my members. The ones who listen catching the dollar bills, the ones who don't listen miss the dollar bills. Listen, I never said that the market was easy, but if you follow my advice, you win. It's as simple as that. You will win. But if you skip one of my instructions, just one, the market is not easy. Listen, most people fail. Over 90% of the people fail in the markets. Why? They listen to baby scalpers. No skill. Like a stock clown, right? They don't know what they're doing, stock clown. Stock clown, baby scalper. Stock clown doesn't even know what a breakout is. And he wants to tell people how to make money? All right, now. Hello, 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 TJ. So listen up, people. Let's talk about, let's let a bit more people come in. Let's talk about, again, people who miss the live stream, like I say to you, pay attention because it's the only way, because some people, they come late, and I can't wait for lazy people to not, and not only it's not about lazy people, it's also the time frame. Look at my live stream, just to answer the stock clown. My live stream is at an off time, right? During the market days, during the market hours, more people might show up, but it's not for everybody. See, I'm not theoretically, I'm not a day trader. I'm more of a big picture leader. In other words, more people can make money my way than what baby scalpers can do. Okay, baby scalpers have no skill, and that's about 90% of the so-called services out there. They have no skill. They're just talk, all mouth. I get into all my plans. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. See, I win no matter what. Who follows me, I win, and they win. Who doesn't follow me, they don't win, but I win. You see, it's a win-win for power trick or trade. Power trick or trade. Understand? Look. Who do you see? Who do you see? I was moving the wrong thing. Who do you see with a background like this, a power trick or trade logo, and did this? Who does these kind of setups, serious setups like this? You don't see them. You don't see them do this. Power Trick or Trade logo. I had this made for me. Right over here, Power Trick or Trade logo. Right? That's the Power Trick or Trade logo on the background. Make intro videos. Real passionate in what I do and everything that I do. And I make amazing winning plans for the group. So let's talk about Apple here, people. Okay? Hello, F Brown. Let's talk about Apple here. So listen, I don't know if people recall, but one of our plans, okay, I want to talk about this. We just like in this plan over here, we were kind of losing. We were making, and then we were losing in Apple over here, only to massively win, right? Because we caught this. Everybody knows this, okay, in my group. Then we took our profits, and then we had other plans in this as well, right? Now we were actually just yesterday we were losing in Apple. I'll give you an example. This is a true story, and everybody knows this in my group. We were losing, and I defended. I told people, listen, we cannot get stopped out for the wrong reason. Listen. I prove this. I cannot lose money for the wrong reason. It's death, in my opinion. If you lose money for the wrong reason, for fear, it's death. So I said, people, we need to keep lower stop. I adjusted stops in the market several times due to what I saw. I said, this market doesn't want to go lower. It's playing a game. Now listen to me, people. The market, there is no perfect entry all the time. Sometimes it depends on what kind of state the market's in. I've been explaining this. My methods are the same whether we catch things and they win right away or they do not. This was not a winner in the beginning. We were losing for 2 days. Did it really matter? And we're going to go over this. I want to explain what kind of breakout this was because people have no skills out there. Power Trigger Trade, I identified the breakout before the breakout. See, people talk about real time. Real time is for dodos. I planned before real time. It's even better than real time what I do. However, it doesn't really matter, entry point, all that doesn't matter. You know what matters? The big picture. You know what matters? You making the money. That's all that matters in the end. Whether you pay less or, listen, people miss out on gains all the time. You know why? They think they're going to buy the dip. Then the market never dips. Sometimes it's not. You know what you do? You just follow the rules. You buy and that's it. You don't worry if it goes down because you're going to miss gains like that. Listen to me. I know, listen to me, I've been doing this. I've been studying the market for over 20 years. You cannot compare. Most people out there do not have at 1/10 of the experience that I have. If you go against me, if you think you're going to outsmart me, you're going to lose. Everybody loses. The world record holder will lose. Anybody out there will lose against the big picture leader, plan for plan. Because I told you, world record holder does not go into his own plans. That's the big difference. He's just a big talker. Okay? He makes money for himself, but it doesn't help the majority of people because his services are just gonna, it's a crapshoot if you pop 20 plans out. But I don't do that. In fact, I don't get it. I could get more. Listen, I don't even post plans unless I feel comfortable enough for the group to make money. I want people to make money, right? And if we're not making money, I'm waiting for it. Even though I see all kinds of plans, I knew the market was bullish. So it doesn't surprise me what Apple did. But anyways, people, look, we were losing here. Are we losing today? And we made our money. I didn't make a lot of money in this 6 plan. By the way, listen to me carefully. 6 winning Apple plans in a row. From all this area here. In January, in December, when the market was collapsing, okay, let's talk about this carefully, people. And this is true stories. What I'm telling you is massively true, okay? I'm going to zoom this in. Now, when the market was going down, yours truly, the big picture leader, said this very clearly. And nobody else said it like me. Nobody. And I mean nobody. Nobody. Nobody out there. And if anybody said it, they charge an arm and a leg for their advice. An arm and a leg that most people would not be able to afford. Only the filthy rich could afford it. I am giving the power to average people. The power of billionaire thinking. You have the power to outclass billionaires with Power Trigger Trade. Do you want to take the advice of baby scalpers, I call them, to a billionaire mindset? I told you, even the market makes billionaires look dumb. Carl Icahn, perfect example. Dumb. The market made him. It'll make anybody dumb. So what does Power Trigger Trade do? What did I learn? And I tell this 1,000 times. I learned to listen to the market. The market has been telling me bullish. You understand me, people. And I've been right. Look at what the market's been doing. Even here, the market was telling me it's not bearish, Power Trigger Trade. So I followed a plan, BA, 5 winning plans. So, 5 winning plans, massive winning plans in a row. Okay? And 2 losers in it that could have been avoided, but my winners clearly destroyed those losers. So I don't really care about that. But my winners, oh my God. Listen, let's talk about DIS, people. I will be answering questions. People ask me, everyone's listening to the big picture leader. Yeah, okay. So listen up, people. Let's talk about DIS, okay? So let's take a look at this. I'm going to zoom out here, okay? Oh, and let's count this. Let me look at the screen and make sure we can see this here. Okay. You might not be, okay, I got to zoom in a bit more. Because see, this picture of me doesn't allow. Okay, so I can assure you now that I'm going to place a line over here, and I'm going to tell you, you can't see it because it's a little bit behind my picture. No, it's right there, right near my picture, okay? That's the high of 2015. The high of 2015 was 122.08, okay? So what this was a actually much more than a 3-year breakup, because I went farther back. It depends where you look at it. If you look at it 2016 or at the end of yeah, theoretically it's about, let's see here, what's it, one, two, it's about a 4-year breakout. So what does a stock clown do? A guy with no skill do, and I'm going to show who I'm talking about. Let's zoom in to this stock. And let me tell you what I said to my group. Okay, let me tell you, and I'm going to show you the option prices. By the way, see this here? Look, I told my group when it was whatever, like when it made this move, we're holding. We took 50% of the gains. Okay, options that cost $480 turned to $1,500, more than $1,500, but I took $1,500 off, 50% off. Okay, then it went up higher again. And Power Tricker Trade Off took 25% off at $1,785. And I'm still holding 25%, and they're back to that level. Let me show you where the options are and the options we bought. In fact, in my last live stream, April the 10th, I had a person come into my live stream that was not in our group. Listen to what I said about my DS option plan. I'm going to talk about that right over here. He made money, contacted me. Okay, I'm going to show you this over here. I'm going to go to the main. Okay. Okay, so let me put up the calls only. I'm going to put the strike prices up more and hit the price here. 105. Okay. So we were in, so here they are. The 115 calls. See that over here, people? The 115 calls. Let's see. Does the cursor show here? Oh shit! It doesn't. I don't. You guys see the cursor? Anyways, you got to look on the chart, okay? And you're gonna see here. I'm pointing to May 15. The May 17 115 calls. They closed at $1,725. So $1,725. Till this day, Power Tricker Trade is making money in this plan. No fear. And I tell this to people all the time. Look, every word that comes out of my mouth has been said over and over. And if you go study my live streams and you go study my winning videos, you hear me say the same things over. But the people don't listen to me. Fear is not for the successful. If you're fearful, go put your money in the bank and go bankrupt. People need Power Tricker Trade more than ever. More than ever am I needed from the smart though. The dumb-dumbs will just make excuses and stay broke. Okay? I am a wealth and health leader. There is nothing like me out there. And at the top of the health section, I have to teach the health to a lot of people out there who may appear to be healthy but are not healthy what they're doing compared to Power Tricker Trade. And I'm only getting better all the time. You wait and see. Wait to see. So I make some new 2019 videos of Power Tricker Trade's improvements from the 2018 videos. Power Tricker Trade. Now, back onto the money again. Again, men my age, they're less than 2-3% in the world. And I'm going to be a leader of that group, of the top. Because the top doesn't do the right things. How do I know? Listen, it's from deep experience like the market. And those people that they don't know the market. I'm the leader. They're going to listen to me. The boss. Power Tricker Trade. I'm the boss. Understand? You're in my group. I'm helping people for free. I say to you, listen to me. You make money, you send a gift. I never ask for anything, for any money, unless you're making money. If you're making money and you don't want to send a gift, why do I want you in my group? For what? To waste time? You know what I'm saying, people? It makes no sense, right? I made a perfect situation. I said, I'm gonna help people. I'm so sure of myself. My plans are everything that I'm going to do, I'm going to be a manager. Free. You make money, you send the gifts. You make mistakes, you send the gifts. Why? Because you start to realize, you know what, this guy's pushing me to succeed. This guy's pushing me to win. I'm making dumb mistakes all the time. Listen, people try to go against what I say, right? You're gonna lose. Listen to me. Everyone will. You want to know why? You're going against the market. The market's the winner. See, you're not going against me. See, Power Trick or Trade is just following the instructions of the market. That's why no one can beat me. Stock clown! The stock clown looks like a clown again with what he shorted this. I'm making money. Simply just holding. I'm not fearful. I tell people, listen, you can't be fearful. You have to have faith in the signals. If we lose for the right reasons, it's okay. Don't worry, because the winners are going to fix a lot of things up. I proved that so many times. So many times. But the dum-dums who don't study never get it. And I'm going to be straight honest with people. I'm not going to pat people who do good things, I pat them on the back. You know that guy who sent me the money? I pat that guy in the back. I want to help that guy, but he's still got to follow my instructions to get in the group. The guy still hasn't done that, but he's contacted me. I don't take anybody in the group. They got to learn my style. They have to listen to what I'm telling them. I don't want people to come into my group to fail. The only thing you should be doing in my group is succeeding. Bar none. I know. I get into everything I do everything that I say I do. You understand, people? Everything. I put this much effort. So, when I say I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable. What I say about the market, nobody has said it. And I mean no one. They are clowns compared to what I say. Now, I'll talk about the market as well now. I'm going to talk about the market, but look at people. You see, the 120 calls, I had these 120 calls that closed at $1,250. They were had for $265, and if someone listened to me, they could have got them for like $150. $150 an option. If you invested $1,000, you're looking at $12,000 now. You understand? I help the average person. Most people could have bought 5 options in that, for example, at that price, or even 4. That's multiply what that is. If you buy them for $150 an option, and now multiply those 4 options at $1,250. That's what you would have made listening to yours truly, Power Trick or Trade, the leader. I made some great money. And the thing is, we caught a 5-year breakout. I identified within 2 days. Within 2 days. Now, let me be honest with you. Did I know it was going to happen in 2 days? No. But I identified the power. And in my group, I wrote the thing, 128 to 132. Where are we right now? Where are we right now? Now, I told the group, an adaptive group, we can go 135, 140. Where are we right now? Stock Clown John. 132. It's almost insane what I coined, what I penned down. It is like God giving me the power to write things down. It is a God-given gift. I write things down, and it comes right in front of your face. What I say. If that doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what will blow your mind. Right in front of your face. I do this all the time. It blows my mind, but I know what I developed. The visionary line system. Nobody can see what I can see. That's why I will decimate anybody trying. They won't. They're going to want to say, Power Trick or Trade, help me, please. They're not going to want to go against me. The people who go against me, they run for their life, the smart ones. The stock clown, I've decimated him. Same thing with Dan Zanger. He ran for his life when I said to him about what he said about in 2000. He ran for his life. And he sent some of his goons to tell me that it didn't confirm. He knew he was wrong, the world record holder. He ran for his life. I got it documented. I'll never stop talking about it till that guy fesses up that he was wrong. Man up, Dan Zanger. Man up. Man up, man. Man up. You phony. Baloney. Anyways, people. I take a lot of passion, people. There's a lot of phony balonies out there. I know I can help people. That's why I tell people, follow my rules, get into the group, succeed and win. But don't follow my rules. You're going to lose. You need to have a certain amount of money to work with. Capiche? Understand? And by the way, check out my April 10 live stream. Now, so let's talk about, we talked about Apple. So now let's talk about the SPY, okay? Now, I've been talking about the SPY the longest time, okay? So, what is the SPY, big picture of the SPY going to do? Now, let me talk about the market in general. A lot of so-called gurus will talk about, there's been people calling for a market collapse. Let me tell you something, people. No word of a lie. There are people been calling for a market collapse since 2014. 2015, 2016 by Carl Icahn. Carl Icahn calling for a collapse. Decimated him, blowing him out of the water, along with world record holder. Blow them out of the water. Power trick or trade. I alerted the people of a reversal. The first reversal plan. And from that time, the SPY has not looked back. It's all documented. I keep defending the market, and the market keeps going higher. Over and over, everybody is wrong. I make everybody look like clowns. So, when you got someone like me on your side, do you want to listen to what I'm telling you to do? Or you want to try to go against my words? Okay, I am a big picture leader, not a baby scalper. It's the two different things. I focus on one thing, catch the real gains, not the little fluctuations. I'm not interested in that. That stresses you out. That will kill your health long term because you're a baby scalper. Trust me on this. Ask the stock clown, he's stressed out of his mind. Now, let me show you some more proof, people. I'm going to show you something interesting, okay? All right, so now let me see if everyone can see this here. Yeah. Oh, but they can't see this, so, oh man, you can't see it. Oh, here it is. So here it is. You can't see it because it's, oh, yeah, here it is. Shorted shares today. This is April the 12th. Listen carefully. Shorted shares today. This going lower. Listen carefully, people. This going lower, in my opinion. Up on news, news, news. The only way to prop a stock these days. SPY, 38 million. This guy is what I call an old world thinker. He has technical analysis skills, but they are baby compared to what I see. This is why I outclass bums like this. This is a bum asking for $30 to join his crappy service. That I don't know what services is, because when you make these calls, this guy is shorting and it's still going against him. It's a 5-year breakout, you dumb clown. You dummy. Now, let's go back to what I said. Listen, people. This was a 5-year breakout, okay? And of course, yours truly. The only people who did as well as what I did is the people who held through all this mess, the chop mess, because we were in some DSI displays. But you want to know what I did? I saw a signal in it. In fact, I was also alerted by a member of mine. I took a look at this, and I told the group, I cannot find a problem. I had my reservations with this. But I looked at what the market was saying about this. We also talked about it in the live stream about the fundamentals were awesome. And I said, for the life of me, this stock is going to do really well. So I popped the money down into it, and it was making us lose for a couple of days. Right over here, people. Right? See that? We were in this. It confirmed. It pulled back. Boom! We caught everything. I caught all the gains, stock clown. While you still shorted here on April, on April the 12th, and you're still wrong. I caught monumental gains. I caught a 5-year breakout. This is skill. And no option traders out there did that, nor did they have a plan. They couldn't. Because The only way they could have made some money is that they jumped into the breakout. We were already making the dollar bills. I was already up 150% practically. About 130, 140%, we'll say. 130%. 130% on the total value of the options. Like just on larger size options, by the way, right? My options were, even though I got my average was $480 per option. And they are now 1,700 or close to $1,800. Do you understand how when I win the kind of money I make? And the fact of the matter is, whether you have a larger account or a smaller account, both accounts can do well. You just have a different size, right? And I've gone over the rules, right? You need rules. A lot of people with small accounts overtrade, or a lot of people do too. And what happens is when you cannot get into at least 3, 4, 5 plans, you asking for, and because you're over in the market without being able to absorb any losses, you're gonna get killed by the market. You're just going to get annihilated. You're going to trade like a fearful baby. A little baby. Wah, 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 wah. Okay? I'm going to tell you to wake you up. You want to be a wah, 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 wah? Or you want to be a confident guy, like Power Trick or Trade, your leader. Confident. I kill it all the time. I kill it. I kill it. Clowns can't stand how right I am. Hello, hello. Hello, Hussein. Hi, hello, Alpha. Yeah. So, my friend, you study the live streams, I have to talk rough, because I do it for the good of the people, I tell it how it is. Listen to me. The information, what I studied, what I know, I bled and suffered for it. I studied and I bled and I died, okay? Nobody knows what I went through to become Power Trick or Trade, but now I'm on top of the world and I can help people. I had to go through it. It's a God. Listen, God has a purpose for everybody, and my purpose was to be a leader. But I had to suffer and learn. I had to go through what doesn't work, like in health, like learning the wrong information, and knowing that what I learned is in fact the most powerful information, right? And then mastering it though. So mastering health and watching people just don't get it, right? And then mastering the market, which there's two things people don't get. There's two struggles in the world. Money, listen carefully, people. There's two struggles in the world. Money, this is a fact, okay? Money and health. If you don't have your health and you have money, you got nothing. See, Power Trick or Trade wanted to have one thing over a lot of people, both metrics, making me a supreme leader. You got nothing in life when you ask Steve Jobs what he's doing in the grave now. What's he doing with the billions of dollars that he has in the grave? Nothing. By the way, all preventable. He practically killed himself with a stupid diet because he was ignorant when it comes to health. Ignorant. Okay? Money alone does not make you smart. It doesn't mean anything. You could be a multi-billionaire and you can be the dumbest person on the planet. Money doesn't equal success. What equals success is how do you help people? How do you change other people's lives? What are you doing good for your life? How healthy are you as an individual? Right? Because making money alone means nothing. All right now. Does that make sense, people, what I'm telling you? Hello, hello. All right now. So, so we talked about this. Now, what's the SPY doing? The SPY is going to chop around. But listen to me, people. Key stocks like JPM, listen to me. The bank stocks, example, strong, right? Now, when the bank stocks are strong, that's a good sign, right? Not only did Apple go up today, by the way, because I know Apple was going to go up, but I also know the market can play a chomp game, right? We had the April 18, listen, true story. We had the April 18 200 calls, and they were going 70% against, same old story. It's happened to me so many times. I told the group, we must hold. We must hold. Today, It's in gains, plus 10%. We practically made actually it moved about 100% from where it was. 100% in gains, right? Because those 200 calls, my average when I got into it, because don't forget, I went into the 192s, then the 195s, and then the 200. So I tripled win there. So six plans in a row. Five were big win. Well, yeah, well, no. Four were big winners. One was a 50% winner, which is still pretty good compared to my thing. And this one here, about 10, 20, 15% gains. But don't forget, I also took huge gains, and I still have made huge gains in DIS, plus huge winning gains in Home Depot. And again, I'm repeating some win gains again in Home Depot, as Home Depot did good today as well. Let's take a look at HD. Now, why do I have such a high success rate? So let me explain you the big difference between me. It's not what you see in the charts only. What I do is called a filter system, scanning system. And within that system, I pinpoint highest probability. Some people ask me, what about Netflix? What about this? I go, it's not making my list. I do not recommend, I recommend the best. Now, MTCH was not theoretically the best, but it was good enough that I liked it at the time versus a lot of other things. So I recommended it, right? And it did make a good comeback today. What I did like a lot, again, was Home Depot and Lulu, right? But there's more than that. The problem is I still want, now that winners came in, like the Apple came in, it allows me now to say I can recommend something else now. So I'll probably be looking to see what to put out for our group tomorrow because of the Apple comeback. I told what I always do is I always wait for us to make some dollar bills, and then we add in more. So so let me explain you my process. So say I make sure if we are in 5 winning plans, let me put it to you this way. If we are in 5 winning plans, the only reason why I would make more plans is because we have more money coming into the account. But if we're not winning, Power Trick or Trade doesn't post out plans because the ones we get in have to produce something first, right? I knew that Home Depot was a key component to also, it should produce, and if it doesn't produce, there's something wrong. Well, it produced today. In fact, it never went against at all, or barely against, even when the market was weak yesterday and the day before that. And today it did very well, even though the market was weak again, right? So you look at the SPY, it's just been chopping people. But all stocks are acting differently, right? Now I knew this. It's not like I don't know. But if you're a fearful trader and you listen to me, the market, just like what this did, the market is going to do things. And you don't want to miss it. What I do is people, listen carefully. I take my signals and I don't second guess them. And you should know why by now. If you second guess this, okay, you just missed a huge winning game. And if you did, too bad for you. Too bad. Because you think you can outsmart the market. You don't listen to Power Trick or Trade, you're going to see your pockets be drained. You listen to me, you're going to see your pockets full. But it's not easy. Listen to me, people. I talk about, and I tell people, I prepare people all the time. I talk about the sun and the rain. And if you don't know how to manage these two emotions, you're dead. You can't manage the rain, bye-bye, you're finished. You're a broke man. Listen to me carefully. If you're out of my group, if I kick you out of my group, you will fail. I guarantee it. No one can do what I'm doing. There is no one out there that is as helpful and cares as much as your leader, Power Trick or Trade, Sandra. No one can do what I do. I know this. I see it all the time. They flap their mouths, but they can't do it. Can you imagine, within 5 plans, I don't spit out 10, 20. You go join groups, and people don't want to believe me. Listen, I have people coming back to me. I've had many people come back after they're gone, and they tell me, Power Trick or Trade, you're right. Listen to me. If you don't listen to my warnings, you're going to learn. There's 2 ways to learn in life. I'm going to tell you something. I tell my kids even. There's 2 ways to learn. The hard way or the smart way. You know what the smart way is? You listen to what I tell you. You just listen. Power Trick or Trade says don't sell, don't sell. Power Trick or Trade says the stop's there, stop's there. Power Trick or Trade says give it more room, give it more room. Power Trick or Trade says hold, hold. That's it. You just do what I say, and you win. But you don't do what I say. You get lucky one time, you lose 10 other times. Believe me, people. I know. I went against my own rules. Listen to me. These rules that I developed didn't come from thin air. It came from deep, 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 deep experience, deep pain, deep suffering. So when someone doesn't want to send me a gift, I laugh in their faces. Are you kidding me? You cheap guy? You just... Smart people get it. Like, look at that. That guy in my live stream came to my live stream. I didn't even know him. He messaged me telling me, how can I send you a gift? I was going, why? And then he told me it was the live stream. And I said, what a powerful story. And I wrote the story in my listen, who inspires people like that? Because people, the right people with the right mindset. And I told you most people are dummies. Did I not tell you people that most people are dummies? They're dum-dums. You could be a dum-dum too. Goodbye to dum-dums. The smart won't get offended by me. They know they're not dummies. They say, you're right, Power Trick or Trade. And then, in fact, if you're a dummy, you'd say, you know what, Power? Say, you're right, Power Trick or Trade. I am a dummy. I don't want to be dummy anymore. I'm going to listen to you. I'm sick and tired of being a dummy. Okay, Power Trick or Trade. You lead the way. And I do this over and over. And the market's very difficult, people. The market will eat you, will destroy you mentally. It doesn't mean. You don't want to know why it can't beat me? Because I work with the market. That's why I'm unbeatable. You could be a multi-billionaire, you can't beat me. If you're not following the market rules, you will lose against Power Trick or Trade. You will lose. I catch the winners because I am a winner. And so can you be. You study my videos. When I tell you to study my videos, you study. Every word coming out of my mouth, you listen to it. You listen to me over and over and over again until you become you start making the dollar bills. You say, I'm listening to Power Trick or Trade. The minute you don't listen to me, the minute you decide to do it your way, you will lose. Guaranteed. All right. Any questions for the big picture leader, the guy who tells it how it is? The guy doesn't sugarcoat anything. That doesn't tell people lies. Tells them how it is. You gotta put in the effort here. I put in the effort. I make it easy, but you don't know what I did to get to this level. Yeah, Amazon right now. Amazon is a very good stock long term, but it's been a winner loser for me multiple times. So I right now probably going to I'm going to avoid Amazon unless I see something. I'm going to avoid it. The stock has gone up. By the way, Amazon, the stock has gone up because I had lost. But again, I go smaller in these positions. So the fact of the matter is, Amazon has gone up, but I'm a bit choppy and too slow. Again, I never claim to be 100%. I am correct. This stock, I know this stock is going higher, but it doesn't mean everything's going to work perfectly. It does most of the time. I say 80% of the time I am, and when I'm right, like I said, people, my winners just smoke the losers away. Like, I could have even lost in my Apple. I could lose in all my plans and right now, and it wouldn't make a difference to me because I'm so up. That's how ahead I am. So, but that's not the case. But I could. Like, if all I want to do, if I was to even make 50% gains in Lulu and 15% of thing, coming off a huge Disney win, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gold, right? And I led everybody to gold. It's not like I didn't lead them. Everybody had a chance, and the smart people, like that guy who came in my live stream, he went into it, made money because he just listened. He didn't let his mind tell him otherwise. He heard what I said, he believed it, and he did it. And he wasn't even in my group. You know, power. Nobody can do that. And by the way, none of these so-called services are doing live streams to help teach the people and tell them how it is. They don't do this. They won't, and they can't. They don't have the skills. And you won't see no Dan Zanger do a live stream. No, what Dan Zanger will do is charge you $3,000 to fly over for 3 days to learn nothing. to learn how to take his signals. Oh, what a joke out there. All the jokers out there. Yep, he's going to help you, Dan Zanger. Yeah, he'll help you after you fork out a whole bunch of money, and perhaps if you get lucky to catch a plan that he doesn't get into, then maybe you might make some money. Anyways, people, how many options you buy per plan, so we know. Okay, so yeah, so David, my plans are all it's all technical, but a very different type of technical analysis. It's a combination of looking at what a lot of different stocks are saying, right? And when my scans show up, like I have a very strict rule system, and right now a lot of stocks want to go higher. Okay, not that I want to get into them all. Again, remember they don't make my, but they're good enough that they're telling me, like JPM, like the banks, that the market is going to go higher. Okay, I'll bet it will go up higher, choppy, until it really breaks out a key point, which it hasn't done yet. But I surely believe we are heading to SPY 3000. I've been saying this all the time, and and I've been right about it. It's not that I've been wrong. We're practically there again, right? Like, look where we are, SPY 290. Like, listen, I'm right again. I talked about this happening back in December when the market was dropping. The market was going to go back up a lot. I said it. And I also did it with plan after winning plan to get us money. I'm a bit choppy poppy. I've been telling people choppy. What's it been? It's been choppy. What do you think? What do you think this was? What do you think it was? Choppy, poppy, boom. You understand? Boom, chop, boom, chop, boom. But if you don't know how to handle the chop like Power Trick Trade does, you get chopped out of your gains. I get better. You understand me? See, I know how to handle everything, every metric, to the breakouts, to the support. I know how to handle it, but they must meet my criteria. And that's another element no one can compare. That's why when I tell you something is good, it's like a roadmap to success. Coming out of my mouth, coming out of anybody else's mouth, it's out of luck. They have no idea what they're talking about. Like the stock clown telling you to short this. He doesn't even know it's a 5-year breakout. Never mind 3-year, 5-year breakout. 5-year breakout. You clown. You clown. Anyways, he said it was getting propped up by news. Oh, what a clown he is. What a clown. Mama, what a clown, what a clown, what a clown. This is the advice given to people out there. And the dum-dums don't. You know what? Dum-dums deserve to lose with other dum-dums. The smart, it'll be very few people. It's a very small group out there. Listen to me. Very few people have enough intelligence. Even if the best in the world is guiding them, it's still the top smart will be able to understand and just listen. The dum-dums cannot understand because they are scalper-minded people. Scalper-minded people never catch the gold. All right, now. I gotta fix it. Of course it's not. It's April 17th, Brian. By the way, I've seen you before, Brian. I wonder if you're who's another guy? I've seen you before. But anyways, like I said, David, on April the 10th, what you want to do is simply go into plans pretty much equally. Something like a disc plan, I would go a little bit larger. What I did was I go in a little bit larger. So I'll give you an example. Let's say my rule of thumb is to go in, let's say, 10 options per plan. So when I made an Apple plan, I would go 10 options in the Apple 192.5 calls, then 10 in the one, because they're winning. Then I would, sell, then win and buy, whatever. So it's 10 and then take profits, right? Take 50% off as we get 100% and then hold runners if the stock works properly, right? Sometimes things don't work properly. We're peeling it off faster. Again, it's adaptive measures. But the reality is, and to make it simple, we are always taking profits and then holding runners. And we're trying to catch max gains. And I've done this over and over and over and over again. It's not, and in this market, choppy, poppy market conditions, right? The market was different in 2017 than it was in 2018. They're not the same markets. The market acting very differently. And it's a lot harder to make the dollar bills now, this year, than it was in 2017. But I simply adapt. Power Trick Trade, adaptive measurement technologies, you understand? That's why nobody, no computer, no algorithm. The computer that I'm interested in is if they make a chip where they put in your brain, like the Alon was said. You wait till if there's such a technology. When that gets in my head, what I'm going to be doing. You think about power trick or trade with a computer in his head. What's going to happen? I'm going to have so many winners. It'll blow records. If that chip ever comes, if there's a chip that we're supposed to implant in our brain one of these days and fuse, power trick or trade will blow records out of the records when that time comes. I will blow. Can you imagine with my experience what happens with a computer souped up in me? If there's ever that technology, they were talking about computer chip technology. I think Elon Musk was talking about some sort of chips we put in our brain. If that ever happens, power trick or trade computer brain. Can you imagine that? What happens with that? Already I smash the computers as it is right now with how correct I am most of the time. Can you imagine a supercharged computer power trick or trade? Right now I'm training some people, but what I'm saying is the supercharged computer power trick or trade. Listen, God help anyone trying to go against a supercharged computer. I'm going to suck the money out of all the wrong people. Like, it wouldn't be funny, I'm going to take all the money for me. That's how powerful my system is. It's so powerful. People, listen to me. It's so powerful. It blows my mind every day how I'm able to do this over and over again. But it's simply studying what it says. I listen. It's like I developed a system like a roadmap to me. It tells me stuff that most people can't see. Like the stock clown. It just tells me things. It just tells me things. And it tells me what I call alignment, called time frame alignment. Now, time frame alignment doesn't mean it's perfectly on the minute, the hour, because the market still has to do its games. With DIS, people, like I said, with DIS, right? Let's take a look at this. 2 days. Theoretically, we were wrong. But was I wrong? The big picture. I talk about the big picture. You can never win a big picture leader. You can't not win that mindset. Listen to me. Carl Icahn is not a big picture leader. He's a baby scalper with lots of money. Why do I say that? The guy would parade himself about Apple, that Apple is a no-brainer, a $200 stock, and his team of dum-dums, he couldn't figure out Apple. He thought he's the smartest man in the world. He's a dummy. Carl Icahn, a dummy, a billionaire dummy. Because why can I tell you he's a billionaire? That guy didn't catch Apple. I did. I led the people to Apple 200. Look where Apple is today. Today again. Let's take a look at Apple, people. I decimate people out there, people. You have no idea who I am. When I say I'm power trick or trade, I'm power trick or trade. Look at $203. Look where it was, Apple. It killed my targets. 230. I've been talking about this, people, since the longest time. Since the stock was a $70 stock. Like the 7-to-1 split. I've been in this a long-term shareholder. 7-to-1 split. I won, man. And not only that, I made all winning. I outclassed the bum, Carl Icahn, a bum. He don't help people. I help people. What's he do? He talks and runs his mouth. He's a clown. You think the billionaire is going to help you? So he's got $1 billion. So what good does it do? He told you that Apple was a no-brainer, and then he sells his shares. Now you don't hear him say a word. Now you hear him quiet. Tony Robbins made a big stink, said the market was going to crash, made a book. Tony Robbins, a motivational speaker. Again, another guy who runs his mouth. Things he knows. That guy said the market was going to crash in 2017. Let's take a look at this and laugh together. Let's take a look at this, people. Spy. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is 100% true information I'm telling you. Don't be a dum-dum. Look at, I wonder if we can see my thing. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. The stock clown said the market, the stock clown said the market was going to crash in 2016, by the way, which is right over down here. Yeah, right around here, the end of 2016. As you can see, to this day, the stock clown is wrong. I've been talking about the market going higher year after. Now listen to me. In 2017, while the market was going higher, of course, power trick traders told people to go long, and made all winning plans. Did you see the market's going up? This is all true. Everybody who's a long-term follower in my group knows, word for word, what I'm saying is true. Okay? I outclass all the bums out there. They are bums. Okay? They don't help people. I do. They're bums. Bums out there. All bums. Big mouth talkers. What's another bum? A lot of bums. A lot of people follow the dum dums. They're dumb like them. No, market's too high. Well, who are you to say the market's too high? Who are you to say the market? Do you know? Are you bigger than a trillionaire? Because you got to be bigger than a trillionaire to outclass the market. Are you? The billionaires get outclassed by the market. Do you listen carefully? Billionaires get killed by the market. They got listen. Some billionaires can lose $1 billion. It doesn't matter. They're still rich, right? You understand? But the average person can't be wrong like these dummy billionaires can. They are dum-dums. You want to lose money? You listen to the billionaires and lose money. They will make you, not me. I will not make you lose money because I care. You want someone who has the skills to understand what the big picture is. And it's not about how much money you have to do that. It's about the skills. What good is it if, no matter how much money I make, when people hear I'm making money, yeah, but who cares how much money what I made? They want to make money in their pockets, right? And I love when people are happy making money and they send me gifts. It brings me so much joy that they're making money too, and I'm happy too, right? But this market isn't easy. This market, you got to put the work in. You got to listen to my experience. Every word, every rule that I say comes from deep world experience. You can't go to school and learn for this. This is the highest profession in the world, the market. Okay? Every profession is a baby compared, unless they're able to make trillions and billions of dollars, they are babies compared. They come to the people with my kind of skills. How do we make some money? Tell me where to invest the money. They just want it to be told what to do. And they'll pay them handsomely. You know, there are rich people out there paying people millions of dollars. Millions, and forget about the gifts that I get. They get paid millions. Millions to be told what to do because they have no clue. And of course, they'll pay it on on the performance, right? They'll pay large sums of money, right? Well, most people, if I was to charge what I'm worth, it's very high. It's very expensive what I'm worth. So I developed an idea. I said to myself, I'll make a group and I'll let the group help other people. So I will make money off of the success of the people who actually have smart enough brains to listen to me. Then the money will come to me this way, but at the same time, it helps people come in without a cost. And I said, listen to me, I'm very confident that I can help you make money. All you gotta do is follow my rules, do the retweets and likes, follow my rules, study my videos, get into the group. And you are going to be a part. Now, when you succeed and you start sending me gifts, guess what? As soon as you send me a gift, you know what you become a part of? Not only did you put money in your pocket, you were helping somebody else out there that is new get into the group. Sometimes we get people very well off. They come in, and they are another blessing, I have this new woman. She came in. It was a woman, and this blew my mind. The story. Her name is just a short form Ash. And the story is on my Twitter. And literally within 2 weeks, I've received a total of $700. And simply, you know why she sent me those gifts? Because she made some great gains in my plans, bar none. She did one thing. She did exactly what I said. Listen, people. She studied. She said, I studied your YouTube channel for hours. Listen carefully. Every successful person studied my channel like it was the end of the world. They came to my group. The ones who took off quickly made money. But now what I'm doing is I'm giving more rules because there's people who've come into my group that are underfunded. And what happens is they can't get into the right plans. They get into the loser, but they missed the winner. And what happens is you're just gonna die. I mean, no matter who you follow, you have no prayer succeeding with anybody. You have a chance with me, but if you have too little money, you're asking to lose, right? I believe $5,000. Okay, is the minimum, right? You know, some could come with a 3K, but the problem with 3K is that you can only get really one option per plan. And luckily, if you strike a DIS right away, well, it really helps you, right? What do you think about what I say? You know, people, I'm telling people the truth. You know, I'm trying to really help people, right? I tell it how it is. You know, power trick or trade, I tell it how it is. Like, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna be a phony balloon. Like, I don't want the wrong people in my group either. Like, because people who don't appreciate what I'm doing, they just don't have the mental capacity to understand. There's a lot of people out there. I kick people out all the time. They're just too dumb. I'm telling you, listen to me. Too dumb. Too dumb. It doesn't matter how many times I prove my point to people. They're still too dumb. They make excuses. Some people realize it. They just realize that, you know what? I don't have the funds. You're right, Power Treasurer. Let me get the funds. I'll be back. And they do come back. It's a gold mine, my group. It's really the best. Mark Cuban said it would crash. Yeah, see? Right. All these people are guessers because they have no skill. Okay? Tony Robinson has no skill. World record holder has no skill. I'm talking about big picture skills. I'm talking about like big picture skills. They don't have it. I do. How? Since 2016. I've been telling people there is no market crash. Do not let the market has to do its thing. I've explained this. The market is bullish, and the market is still bullish. The market is dumbfounding a lot of people out there. Okay, 95% of the people are confused out of their mind. The top 5%, the wealthiest people, are laughing to the bank. Laughing to the bank. Laughing to the bank. Anybody in my group, you have a chance. Listen to me. Lots of people are going to need me. Your jobs will, if you think your job is going to support you, you're in for a rude awakening. Artificial intelligence, computerization, it's changing the workforce. You understand me? It started 15 years ago, okay? And a massive shift happened with the iPhone. The iPhone really has changed a lot of things. The way people communicate on the internet, a lot of things have changed. I noticed the biggest shift in the computerization and how computers are using was from the iPhone. Right? The one where a billionaire, Steve Ballmer, laughed at the idea. Ha ha! He said, listen carefully. I told you billionaires are dummies. He laughed at the idea. He said, no one's going to buy, and at the time it was $500 for a phone. I remember this clearly. No one's going to buy a $500 phone. People think that the money a person has makes them a leader. It makes them more stupid and less caring. The money isn't everything. It's all about the skill. The Steve Ballmer ran the company to the ground. You want a reason why Microsoft is taking off is they got to had a new guy to reorganize things. The guy was making the stupidest calls. Then they go and buy Nokia. Listen, Microsoft was losing billions and billions of dollars. They had it, but they could afford to. They made so many mistakes, Microsoft. Billions. Listen, people think billionaires just can afford to make big mistakes. Most people can't. That's why you need power trick or trade. You need someone more accurate than the billionaire. Billionaires are babies compared to me, okay? Listen carefully. Baby, billionaire, baby. I'm trillionaire level. Trillionaire level advice giving for people, the average person, to make money. That's what you got here. God-given skills developed in my mind that just keep developing. And if there's a technology of a chip that goes in my brain, I will wipe billionaires clean. If they were trying to go against me, I wipe them clean. They won't go against me. They'll say, what do you want us to do? What do you want me to do, power trick or trade? For now, people, the lucky smart in my group, I help you make the dollar bills with the options. Who knows what I come up with as the year? The market's going to be constantly changing. A power trick or trade is constantly adapting. You want to be in my group, and you want to be in my group and follow my rules. And you want to pray every night. And thank God that you're inside the group Power Trick or Trade, Sandro. That's what you want to do. Jim, My confidence is my confidence is it's just reality. If you study my YouTube channel, it's proof. I'm like I'm like a needle in a haystack, okay? Like there's a lot of noise out there. I'm not, I could be, theoretically, let's say I'm the best in the world. It doesn't mean that I'm viewed that way because there's a lot of noise. People will find it unbelievable. Could there be someone this correct in the market? They don't believe it. They don't see it. The people are blind. Listen, if Tony Robinson thinks the market's going to crash in 2017 because he thinks he knows more than everybody else, He, I saw interviews. Listen to me. I swear to you guys, people. As people were calling for a market crash, Power Trigger Trade says up. Have I not been right? I called every turn over and over again before any professional in the friggin' world. You find me one person that's been as accurate as me, you won't find it. You study my channel and then go do your research. You won't find anybody out talking Power Trigger Trade, outclassing me, out positioning me within the minimalistic plans, winning within, listen to me, we're hitting 80% winners most of the time, except for that December part, because the market had given me tons of false signals, but I was right. The market wasn't going to go down. Everybody was afraid. 2018, right? December. What did I do? I came out with a solution, and people didn't want to believe me. You don't listen to me, you lose. My pockets and my account knows the facts. 5 huge winning plans in BA, over and over and over. I took a 100-point swing in options, and I caught it. No other option service touched what I did with BA. No one did that in BA. Absolutely nobody. They can't. They don't have the skills. You name me a person, I'll tell you they don't have the skills. Especially if I see it, I will look carefully, I will answer you. No, this guy's baby. This guy's a clown, like the stock clown. Listen, the stock clown trolls me. That's why I mentioned him, but he's actually the funniest thing. That guy, you know what I love about it? That guy has been so wrong, and yet he thinks. Anyways, listen, he's a perfect example. He can't believe, he said they're sore losers. Anyways, people. Hey, listen, Dexter over here. Listen to me, people. Dexter, people talk about give me excuses. You know, Dexter works. He works hard, this guy, Dexter. Okay, I know the job he's in, okay? And Dexter killing it in the market. And Dexter, Dexter, how much do you take faith in Power Trigger Trade, the system that you've been watching and following? How much faith do you have in what I do? Let's talk about Dexter. I want to tell a story about Dexter. Okay, this is how the PayPal idea came up. How much faith, Dexter, do you have in Power Trigger Trade, the system? How much faith do you have? What you've seen? 100%. Do you know why Dexter does so well and sends me the gifts? Because he has that faith. He knows how I win. That's why. It's that simple. No question, right? Now, Dexter, by the way, I gotta, actually, I can't believe it's 10:30. I gotta. Anyways, people, Dexter, I got kids up. Listen, Dexter, what happened with Dexter was he was, and he wasn't, it wasn't in my, well, he was in my group. No, he was in my group. What he did was he made a mistake with Apple at the time. It wasn't the right thing to do, but he had so much faith in the reversal that he doubled down, which is something we don't do, and he made some killer gains, like $30,000-$40,000 back. That he was losing about $20,000. This is a true story. He was losing $20,000, but I had implored him, and I implored people that the market was going to reverse violently. Lo and behold, you know what happened? It reversed violently. So he was the first to start the gifts. He said to me, "Why don't you get gifts?" And he started to tell me about PayPal, Dexter. And then I just said to myself, why don't I do a group for gifts? So why do I want to do a service for? A service is not, it doesn't work. It's the stupidest thing. I'll a gifting. And that's how it was born. But it came from people asking me, telling me things like Dexter, sending me the first gift was 200, and the second one for the Apple trade, the big reversal, was $600. $600 gift, right? That's where I knew Dexter was special, because I knew he had what he did was and I had was unbelievable. And to this day, Dexter is a huge successful winner. The guy's power trick or trade material. You know what I'm saying? The guy has the mindset to kill it. He understands my system. He understands it. He has the potential that most people do not have. He just has what it takes. I just know this. I can see people who don't have. Most people do not have. They cannot be power. They can listen to power trick or trade. They cannot be power trick or trade. Just cannot be it. They just don't have the confidence. Okay. Dexter, on the other hand, has it. That's why, listen to me, Dexter is one of the biggest gift givers. And I'll be telling you more about Dexter later on, but there's a reason. But Dexter works. Dexter works hard. No excuses. He's on a smartphone placing his trades. Smartphone. Not you could trade on a computer. He's on a smartphone. He just listens to what I tell him to do. He listens to the plans. He on his studies. He's putting his things. He puts his on his phone. Boom, 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 and he's working at the same time. People make excuses. He's working a job. He makes it work. Dexter does not work right now by himself for himself. Dexter works. You know, but he wants. Dexter doesn't want to work for companies. Dexter understands I want to succeed in life. So he studies power trick or trade like a book, like a Bible. Like it's, you know. You see what he said. 100%, no question. Why do you think that? Why? Like Martingale. And I participate in Twitter. Whenever. That's right. Dexter does it all. So when I tell people I know what success is, believe me, I have a very good eye. If I tell you you're a loser, you loser. Smarten up. If I tell you you're lazy, you're lazy. Don't question what I tell you, because I know what I'm talking about. Okay? Dexter, to the book, does everything. Sends the gifts. Takes the plans. Winners, lose. He doesn't skip a beat. I mean, there's one in an odd time he may miss something due to work situation, but he knows it, and he actually gets in still into some things. He pays up the higher price. He knows the power of the power trick or trade plans. So there is no excuses. The only problem: are you going to listen to me? Are you going to study my videos? If I tell you to study in my live stream, because sometimes there's something you're missing. You just listen to me over and over and over again. You listen to me instead of music. You put the earphones on and you listen to Power Trick or Trade radio. My YouTube channel is the most powerful secret weapon there is on the planet right now to success. It's a temple of power and for the smart to see. The stupid won't see it because you got to work and think a little bit. But the smart will. How do I know? Ash gave the signal. When I heard her story, man, that blew my mind. And that proves my point. Like, I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, people, listen. It's a good live stream. I'm live in the time zone. I need to change my body clock. Well, unfortunately, my friend, no. I don't recommend you doing anything that's bad for your health. For me, when the market opens, it's 9:30 a.m. in the morning for me, and the market closes at 4 o'clock p.m. for me. Okay. So if you want success in the morning, you just move to Canada, move to a time zone, Lawrence, where you can trade the market. That's my best advice. You gotta move to a time zone that allows you to trade the market if you need, because it's the only place where you can gain wealth. You know what I mean? There's no other place in the most people are not going to succeed in businesses, and I say most. Okay, good luck with that. There are thousands of people that need my help, thousands, but they don't have the brains to take it. Even if they need it, but they won't have they even have the money. They don't have this. See, Money isn't enough. You need this too. Listen carefully. It's not just money, it's this. This and money, you become a powerful weapon. Without this, you're a nothing. This controls everything. Your health, how much action you take. This will make you dumb. This will destroy your health. This will destroy your life, your brain, your mind. No word of a lie. Listen, my own mind played a lot of tricks on me, but I realized what the problem was. Power Trick Trade, you know. Then I launched Power Trick Trade. I came up with a name which describes how I was feeling at the time. I thought about this name over and over again, Power Trick Trade. And now you see a logo. I had nothing. I was no power. It was like people would tell me, why don't you make a logo? I was always told people, why don't you show your, and then it came because they were so impressed what I was doing. So here we are with the live streams, right? It all started really with Shia. Shia actually, I've told the story about Shia, but it all started with Shia, and from there, all kinds of stories. And his people, listen to me, study my this live stream because there's going to be useful information in it. I may be saying some things, I'm yelling and screaming about some things, but it's all out of heart and passion to really get you to think about things, right? I really care. I really care. Like I want people to succeed. I'm just enjoying life. I'm really happy doing this, and I know I can help anybody who listens to me, who studies. So you've got Power Trick or Trade 24 hours. I made the YouTube channel because I can't be talking the same thing. The videos are there for you to listen to. Listen to them 1,000 times if you have to, until you hear my words. Hold. Till you hear me in your head. Power Trick or Trade. What would Power Trick or Trade do? Now, yeah, you'll start if you study me enough. You already know what to do almost. You understand what I'm saying, people? All right, now. Um, Good night, son. Good night, Mez. Good night, people. Good night. I overdo it all the time. I too much passion. Power Trick or Trade. Good night, people.